So we're going to have solving rationals again. We're going to just call this solving rationals video number 2. And the first problem that we're going to work says x plus 3 over 2 is going to be equal to 2x plus 4, and this one is over 5. And as you remember from our previous discussion, we solve these rational equations by cross-multiplying, like so. It's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to say this 5 times the x plus 3. 5 times x will give me 5x. 5 times 3 is 15. All right, that's going to be equal to, I'm going to take the 2 and multiply it by everything up here. So 2 times 2x is going to give me 4x, and 2 times 4 is 8. So again, remember, the only thing that I did is cross multiply. Remember that. All right. Now I'm going to do the algebra that we've done for a very long time, and that's get x by itself. So I'll begin that by saying, okay, I think I want to subtract 15 from both sides. And when I finish, I'm going to have 5x is equal to 4x minus 7. Now I'm going to take away the 4x from both sides, and that's going to give me 5x minus 4x is x, and that's going to be equal to 4x minus 4x. The x's are gone. All I have is negative 7. So, an important part of this is to check, go back and check your work. So let's do the check. Let's see if it works if we put negative 7 plus 3 over 2. Will that equal 2 times negative 7 plus 4 over 5? So let's see. Negative 7 plus 3 is a negative 4, and that's going to be over 2. On the right side, we have negative 14 plus 4 over 5. Is it true that negative 4 over 2 will be equal to 14 minus negative 14 plus 4 is a negative 10, and on the bottom we have a 5. So at first glance, it doesn't look like negative 4 over 2 is equal to negative 10 over 5, because what are you going to multiply 2 by to get this? Well, that would be 2.5, and if you also multiply here by 2.5, you're going to get negative 10. Another way of considering this is if you cross multiply, you're going to get negative, you're going to get negative 20 right here, and you're going to get negative 20 right here. Either way, this checks and you're good to go. So let's try another one. This time we're going to use 3 over 4 over x plus 4, and that's going to be equal to 4 over x minus 6. So the rule here, as always, is we cross multiply. Cross multiplying, I will get 3 times x minus 6 is equal to 4 times x plus 4. On the left, as I distribute, I am going to come up with 3x minus 18 pardon me, is equal to 4x plus 16. I want to get x by itself, so I think I will subtract 4x from both sides. When I do that, I get a negative x on the left. Now I want to get my other numbers together, so what I'm going to do is multiply by add 18 here and add 18 here. Negative 18 plus 18 gives me 0. So that means this is gone, and I have this is gone, and 16 plus 18 gives me 34. So I end up with x is equal to 34. Let's try the last one. Number 3 will be our last one. It's going to be x plus 4 over x plus 3, and that's going to be equal to negative 2 over x plus 1. How do we solve these? Every time, same thing, we're going to cross multiply here and here. So I'm going to say x plus 4 times x plus 1 is going to be equal to negative 2 times x plus 3. So you have to remember our FOIL, first, outside, inside, last. First terms, x squared. Outside, x. Inside, 4x. Last terms, 4. And that's going to be equal to, here I'm going to distribute negative 2x minus 6. As you would probably expect, the next thing we're going to do is group everything together that goes together. So I have nothing to put with the x squared, but here I have x plus 4x. That's going to give me 5x, and plus 4. That's going to be equal to negative 2x minus 6. All right. So to get finished, I need to get everything on one side. So I think I will add 2x to both sides. That will give me x squared plus 7x. And I will add 6 to both sides. Plus 10 will be equal to, these are all gone, so I have 0. Now, this is where we have a little bit of a twist from before. You're going to factor x squared plus 7x plus 10 into x plus 5 times x plus 2, and that equals 0. That means that either x plus 5 is equal to 0 or x plus 2 is equal to 0. Here that would mean x is negative 5, and on this side it will be x is negative 2. The problem here is you absolutely positively, every time you do these, must do a check. So we're going to create a little space over here to come and check and just make sure both of these answers work. So this will be my check right here. I am going to put in negative 5 plus 4 over negative 5 plus 3 equals negative 2 over negative 5 plus 1. Now, just to refresh your mind, what I'm doing is I'm taking this value here I found for x, and I'm putting it back in the original problem to see if it works. So on the left, I'm going to get negative 1 over negative 2. On the right, I'm going to get negative 2 over negative 4. Both of these reduce to 1/2, so you say, oh yeah, that means that this one checks. So I'm going to go back and say, hey, this is a good solution here. I can use x equal negative 5. All right, now I have to go and check the negative 2. Let's see if it works. Negative 2 plus 4 over negative 2 plus 3 is going to have to be equal to negative 2 over negative 2 plus 1. So let's do the arithmetic. Negative 2 plus that 4 is going to give you a positive 2. In the denominator, negative 2 plus 3 is going to give you a positive 1. Is that going to be equal to negative 2 over negative 1? Well, as it turns out, it is, because a negative divided by a negative is a positive. So you can come back and say, hey, you know what? This one also works. So your solution is both.